In our last session, we were discussing about vertical circular motion. Vertical circular motion. See, if this is your axis of rotation and this is rotating like this, this is a horizontal circle. But if the rotation is like this, now this line indicates the axis, okay, and it is rotating like this, like this or like this. It is our, what is this? This is our axis of rotation. So this is our circular motion. Example, I told you that you take a string, you tie a stone to it and rotate in a vertical fashion. So that becomes so here each point will have I am telling that, just a minute. So if you talk about a motion, a circular motion, so this is that wire, this is that stone, and you are rotating this in this fashion. Alright, so this is a vertical circular motion. Now we have seen that in any type of circular motion there is a centripetal force which is acting. Centripetal force, which is given by F is equal to mv square by r. Whether it is a horizontal circular motion or a vertical circular motion, this force will always be present. And we have derived some expressions for this tension at the lowest point and the highest point. So here you will get T maximum, here you will get T minimum, right? So this is our first position, then here, then here, then here. So the position of the string will be upwards, right? So here you will get the T minimum values. Alright, now let us discuss some other points. We will see the condition for vertical circular motion. What must be the condition? What do I mean by condition? Means this is your circular motion happening and there is a mass which is kept over here and it is being rotated in a circular fashion. Obviously you will give a speed here. Let us say the speed is, here is v1, and here at some particular point v, at a particular point p, let us say the speed is vp, and here let us say the speed is v2. So what must be the conditions? How much should be this v1 speed, how much should be this v2 speed, so that this vertical circular motion happens. Alright, can these two speeds be equal? They can be equal. That we will discuss once we derive an expression for what is the condition so that this vertical circular motion happens. Now to do this, we will do one thing. See, when the object is here, this is the situation. Alright, this string will come over here. Now the string means what? See, you have taken a stone, you have tied it with a string and you are rotating in a vertical fashion. Suppose there is no tension in the string. The string will have, if you cut the string will have some tension. So there will be some tension in the string. So this tension in the string, let us say I take the object position here. Alright, so let us draw the free body diagram of this. So in the downward direction will be the tension. Alright, and what else? The weight of this particular bob, it is, let us say, mg. Alright, so you can write here that T plus mg. Now this is the force which is acting towards the center, so it must be equal to mv square by r. So where r is the this radius of this vertical circle, which is nothing but the length of the string here, which is nothing but the length of the string here. Alright. So from here you are getting what? mv square by L minus mg. See, now this is the tension value in the string when the stone is at this position. Right? Now this tension value must be greater than or equal to 0. Otherwise the circular motion won't happen. अगर ये रस्सी टूट गया तो ये पत्थर गिर जाएगा. This tension value should be some value more than 0. Right? That means this value should be more than or equal to 0. So cancel out, and v square should be greater than or equal to gl, or v must be greater than or equal to root over gl, where L is the length of the string. So what is the condition I applied? The tension in the string at any point of time, whether the object is here or here or here or here, the tension in the string should be more than 0. Alright, that is the condition. Otherwise, tension is, suppose it is less than 0. It means what? मतलब ये रस्सी टूट गई. अगर रस्सी टूट गई तो सर्कुलर मोशन कैसे होगा? So this is the condition. So when the object is here, what is the velocity you are getting? V should be greater than or equal to root over GL. That means V can be more than root over GL when it is approaching this point. So that is the, what is the minimum speed here? The minimum speed here, अगर मैं बोल दूं, V should be greater than or equal to 10 meter per second. That means V can be 10, V can be 11, V can be 12, V can be 13, blah blah blah. What is the minimum value? So V minimum at this top position is root over GL. So this condition you should understand. If V is more than this value, the circular motion will continue. Otherwise it will not continue. Okay. Now let us see the bottom point. Let us call this V minimum. Here this is the upper point now. So we will call that V upper should be greater than or equal to root over GL. Now, let us calculate what should be the velocity at the starting point. We are assuming that this circular motion started from this point, alright, and it is rotating like this. This is our omega. Now let us call this position as A and this position as B. So can I write total energy at A is equal to total energy at B? Conservation of energy. So total energy at A will be potential plus kinetic here. We will take this as the reference line. So what is potential here? 0. Potential energy mgh, it is 0 here. H is equal to 0. What is kinetic energy? Let us say at this position the speed is v1. So half mv1 square is equal to, what is the potential energy at this point? mg into h. So what is this? Let us say this length of the string is L. So it is 2L. Alright. See here, length of the string itself is the radius of the vertical circular motion. Here length is equal to radius of vertical circle. Do not think that this is something else. Okay. You can write R also. So this is equal to, here potential energy will be how much? M into G into 2L. Alright, plus here the speed will be half m v2 square, and v2 square we have just now detected that v2 square should be greater than or equal to root over g. Alright, what are we trying to find out? We are trying to find out this v1 value. So cancel out m's, alright, and multiply with 2. So v1 square will be equal to 4gl plus v2 square. Alright. So v2 the minimum value is gl. So v1 का g minimum value कितना हो जाएगा? v2 minimum value is gl. So v1 minimum square will be equal to 4gl plus gl. See v2, if you take the previous example, I told you that 10, 11, 12, anything it can have. Alright. So when it is 10, it will get some value. Let us say V1 value is 50. Okay. When you put 11, obviously V1 value, you need to add 4GL value to it. So V1 will become, let us say 52, 54. So when you put the minimum value of V2, you get the minimum value of V1. Right? So V1 minimum will be equal to root over 5GL. So the condition is, at this point the speed should be minimum root over 5GL. At this point the speed should be minimum root over GL. Then only the vertical circular motion will happen. Let me explain this with a simple example what I have just told you. Let us say the radius is how much? Let us say it is 2 meters. Okay. So this is the vertical circular motion. So at this point, root over 5GL you calculate. It will be root 5 into 10 into 2. It is root over 100. It is 10 meter per second. And here it will be root over GL. It is 10 into 2. Root 20. Root 20 means what? 4 into 5? 2 root 5. Isn't it? Let me just take a calculator and root 5 is 2.3, right? So 2.3 into 2, how much? 4.6 meter per second. 4.6 meter per second. So here the minimum speed should be 4.6 meter per second. So now you see carefully. Suppose at this point I give a speed which is 11 meter per second. Will the circular motion happen? It will happen. It will begin. But by the time it comes over here, its velocity is changing. Its velocity is changing, let us say. And by the time it came over here, the speed was 4 meter per second at the top point. यहाँ तक होगा, नीचे गिरेगा. But at the top point, the speed was 6 meter per second. Will the circular motion continue? It will continue. It will come over here, and in the second round, the speed should be more than this. Then only the second round will continue. Alright? So in this fashion it goes on. So this is what I was trying to say. Now let us talk another point here. Now let us see another concept here. So here you know that V minimum value will be how much? It will be root over 5G R. R I am calling the radius of the circle. And here V minimum should be how much? Root over GR. Alright. Now sometimes what happens is this much speed you are not able to give. Okay. Now this is the lowest point. Alright. Now when you release this object here, it will continue a oscillatory motion. So for that, what should suppose see if root over 5GR value, in the previous example, how much you got? 10 meter per second. Let us see. So you give 9 meter per second, where at the lowest point. Will the circular motion happen? It won't happen. Okay. So there is another condition that when you give certain speed here, it will do the oscillatory motion. You know what is oscillatory motion? This is your pendulum, you know. What does a pendulum do? It oscillates about a point, about the mean position. Like it will go here, it will go here, it will come back and forth. You know, that type of a situation. For that type of a situation, what is the condition? Let us see that. For oscillatory motion to happen about this point, let us say A, oscillatory motion to happen about A. That means this is the string. It will go up to here, come back, go up to here and come back. The condition is V should be between 0 to root over 2GR. Alright? V should be between 0 to 2GR. Then this oscillatory motion will happen. But if a full circular motion has to happen, it should be minimum root over 5GR here and root over GR at the topmost point. Now tell me, suppose the speed is root over 2GR. Alright. will the circular motion happen? The circular motion will not happen. That means oscillation will happen. Alright. When oscillation happens, it will go to a certain height and come back. So what is that maximum height? If someone asks you, see which condition we are taking? We are taking 0 to root over 2gr. And oscillatory motion is happening. Oscillatory motion is happening means like this pendulum will go to the highest point and come back. So we are asking what is this maximum height? So the maximum height here will be equal to VL square by 2g. U square by 2g, you remember, no? So it will be VL square means velocity at the lowest point. Okay. So for the oscillatory condition, you can apply this condition. Okay. So how much height it will go before the velocity becomes 0? Here what is happening here? This bob is going to the highest point and coming back. Why? Because here velocity has become 0. It cannot go further. The kinetic energy is totally exhausted. It has only potential energy at this point of time and it is coming back. So at which height it will happen means VL square by 2g. In some question they can ask you what is the theta value also. They can ask you find the value of theta. Alright. So you need to find out. Now you have calculated this h value. In the case of oscillatory motion, it is VL square by 2g. Right. So you have to find this theta. What is this? This is r. Isn't it? This value is r. What is this? This is also r only because the length of the string is not changing. So we have to find this theta. So how to find this theta? Cos theta is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse. What is adjacent? This value. So this is r minus h. This is your h, no? This value is your h. R minus h. So it is r minus h by r. So just put the value here. R minus, what is h? H is VL square by 2g. So what is VL? Root over 2gr. VL square 2gr. So it is 2gr by 2g whole divided by r. This is your cos theta value. Right? So you can see here, you can cancel out g and g. You can cancel out 2 and 2. Alright? So what are we getting? You're getting 0 here, no? VL square by 2g. So in this case you are getting 0, no? So 2g and 2g is cancelling, it is becoming r minus r is becoming 0. So some other value is given, let us say gr it is given at this point of time. So between 0 to 2g root over 2gr, this oscillatory motion will happen. So let us say in the question it is given that it is v is equal to root over rg. So what will happen here? In this situation, VL square by 2g will become rg by 2g. So it will become r by 2. So this value will become r by 2. Alright. This will become r by 2 divided by r. So this is r by 2 by r. So you can make the calculation for theta. See, for calculating theta, what are we basically trying to do is, we are basically applying the conservation of energy concept between this point and this point. Alright. So at this point there is no potential energy, there is only kinetic energy. You can find the velocity here using this I told in the previous class also, that you can apply the concept of conservation of energy and you can find the velocity at this point of time, at this point. That is one way. Now second, now in this question what are we trying to do? If any angle calculation he is asking you, how to calculate the angle. So basically you have to calculate this angle. You have to find this cosine value, tan value, something you have to find out. The cos value is you have to find out. So if you have to find out this, you need to work out this value. So this we have already, I have given you the equation. Simply put the VL value that is given in the question. Alright. So from here you will get the value of h. You can find out r minus h. You can find out the value of theta. I am telling you the procedure to how to attempt this type of a question. Suppose in the question they ask you to find out the value of tension at a particular point. The object right now is at point P and they ask you to calculate what is the tension, what is the minimum tension value. You can find out. Let us say this angle is theta. So the object is here. Let me draw the free body diagram at this point. So what are the forces over here? The weight will be acting downwards. Okay, this line and this line are parallel. If you extend this line, this will be theta. Alright, so you know that it will have a tangential and a normal component. So here mg, this is theta, so what will be, this is a component, right? This is mg cos theta and this is mg sin theta, right? So this is the string, so this is our tension value, because if you cut the string, the tension will be in this direction. See, when you see as a total, the tension will be equal opposite, alright? So when you see only this object, the tension will appear in only in this direction. देखो ऐसा है, I have cut it here, I have cut the section here. If I draw a free body diagram, mg and tension like this, right? If I see total, how the tension will look like? The tension will look like equal opposite, equilibrium condition, right? So that is what I'm trying to tell you. What is the question? Find the minimum tension. Find minimum tension at some particular position P. How to find out that? So here you can write that you need to write the equation for the centripetal force. So what is the net force here? T is in this direction, mg cos theta in this direction. So what is the net force? T minus mg cos theta is equal to, it is mv square by r, right? This is the net force. So T is equal to mg cos theta plus mv square by r. T must be greater than or equal to 0. So what is the minimum value of T? This is the minimum value of T. This value what you have found out is, this is the T minimum value. T minimum अगर इससे ज़्यादा होगा तभी ये ऑब्जेक्ट जो है रोटेट करेगा, otherwise it will not. So the value you have found out here is basically T minimum value. Alright. So you can find out the value of, if theta is given in the question, you can find out the value of T. Alright. Now notice this V value. What is this V value? It is velocity. Now velocity at which point? Is it the velocity at this point? It is the velocity at this point. You know, we are assuming that here the speed is v. So this v is the velocity at p. Alright. If the position was here, the velocity at this point you have to consider, not this point. So you know that how to calculate this velocity value at that particular point. I have told you how to calculate that. Once again I will do so that you easily understand. Okay. Understood how to calculate the minimum value of tension at any particular point? This is the approach. Okay. But here you need to understand that this v is the velocity at that position. It is not the velocity at some other position, not the top position, not the bottom position or any other position. Do not put v is equal to root over phi g and all those things here. We will see how to calculate this v value here. This I have explained earlier also. Again I am doing so that you recapitulate what you have learnt. See, let me draw the figure again. Now this is your vertical circular. Okay. So here you are finding out. Here you are finding out the speed. This is our theta, right? So we are trying to find out this speed. How much? Here how much should be the speed? It should be root over phi gr that we have already decided, right? Then only the circular motion will happen. We are assuming that here it is greater than or equal to root over phi gr, then only this circular motion happening. We are taking a case where the value is exactly equal to v is equal to root over phi gr. Alright. So you want to find the speed at this point. Let us call this point A. Let us call this point as B. You can apply directly total energy at A is equal to total energy at B directly. So take this as the reference line, right? So you don't know this height. Let us call it h. What is this? This is our capital R. This is our capital R. Radius remains the same, right? So at total energy at A, here there is no potential energy. There is only kinetic energy. So potential energy is 0. Kinetic energy is half m v square. What is the v square value here? Phi g r. All right. This is the v square value is equal to total energy at B. Will it have any potential energy? Yes, it will have. So mgh is the potential energy at this point. And what is the kinetic energy? What is the kinetic energy? mgh plus half m. We don't know the speed here. We are calling it as v square. Our objective is to find this v value. Alright. So let us calculate that. So here we need to know the value of h. What is this h basically? So draw a line here. So h is equal to r minus, see in this triangle, what is this value? This is r cos theta, isn't it? So theta is given in the question, let us say r minus r cos theta. That is the value of h. So simply put it. So this was the equation, cancel out m both sides. So you are getting 5gr by 2 is equal to g into h plus v square by 2. And you have to find out the value of v. And in the place of h, you need to put this. That's it. So we can get a formula also if you want to remember that in terms of a formula. Multiply both sides with 2. So you are getting 5gr is equal to g into r 1 minus cos theta plus v square. So what is the v square value now? So v square will be equal to gr 1 minus cos theta. So we are finding v square, so I need to send this term other side. I did a small goof up here. I have to send this value the other side. So 5gr is there, here gr is there. So this will become 4gr. Okay, this is minus gr cos theta. This side it goes, it becomes plus gr cos theta. This is what we are getting. Alright, fine. So this becomes how much? So if you take gr common, it is 4 plus cos theta root over. If you take v value, it is root over this whole value. Let me write the value here. So this is what you got. Now v square is equal to this much. So what is the value of v? So gr, you bring it out, 4 plus cos theta you are getting 4 root over. Is it perfectly right? Or did I make anything? Put theta is equal to 0 here. How much you are getting? Cos 0 is 1, 4 plus 1, 5. That's what you got. No? What is theta is equal to 0? The position is here. Put theta is equal to, when the object is here, theta is equal to 180. 4 minus 1, how much you are getting? 4 minus cos 180 is 1. Root over 3gr you are getting, yes, isn't it? It should satisfy for all the conditions actually. H value is r minus r cos theta. So this is becoming r into 1 minus cos theta. And we are finding out, did I multiply with 2 both sides? Yeah, I did a small mistake here, you see. When you are multiplying both sides, this value will become 2, no? This I made the mistake. See, multiplying both sides with 2, this will become 5gr. This term will become 2gh, no? So here 2 will come. This I missed. So when you are putting 2 here, you will get 2 here, right? No, 5gr, 2gr here, this will become 3 actually. This will become 3, right? 5gr means 2gr here, 3gr. 2gr cos theta, no? When it goes other side, this becomes 2gr cos theta, right? So this formula will become, if you take gr common, it is becoming 3 plus 2 cos theta, it is becoming, right? Now put theta is equal to 0 here. I will just zoom it. Put theta is equal to 0. This becomes 1. 3 plus 2, 1. 3 plus 2, 5. So at this point, root over 5gr. Take the top point. Theta is equal to 180. Cos 180 is minus 1. So 3 minus 2 it will become. 2 into minus 1, minus 2. 3 minus 2, 1. So it at this point it is becoming root over g. So this is the general expression to calculate speed at any point, provided theta is the angle made with the vertical. Okay. So these are some of the concepts. Next class, let us see some more concepts.